सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
Hari Om. Let us start the class with the blessing of our Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadguruve Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadguruve Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadguruve Namaha. Hari Om to all of you and welcome to this session. Thank you so much for the overwhelming response. Myself and Sujata were very happy. So we will continue to do this job whatever possible. Okay, so first let us do a small recap for what we did in the previous session and then we will talk about this session. Okay, so what did we tell in the last class? We told about King Parikshit. And you were all thinking, no, why when she is talking about Krishna stories, why King Parikshit is coming? Yes, Parikshit is the little hero who is going to listen to all the Krishna stories. Do you know, children? He is the first person to listen. Okay, so what happened to this King Parikshit? I told you he met Kali. And that is why this yuga is called Kali Yuga. And where all Kali is there? You remember the 4 places where there are no prayers. That means where people don't believe in the God. Okay, so we should never be in a place where there is no temples or no places where people don't worship. Okay, and what is the second one? Where they have lot of greed for gold. Okay, when you want to acquire more and more things, more and more wealth, what happens? Greed comes, and this greed, what will it make? It will make us to do so many bad things. Okay, that is the second point. And what is the third point? Disrespect to women, isn't it? We should never disrespect to women. You know Bhuma Devi, the earth, Mother Earth is a symbolism of woman. Okay, every day we are keeping our feet, no children. So we have to respect women and we should be very kind to animals. And what is the fourth point? Do you all remember? The fourth point is where people do gambling, and what they do, they take drugs and smoking and drinking. No, these are the places where people get addicted. Should never even talk to such people. Okay, never visit such places at all. So these are the 4 places where Kali is there. Okay, so we should never think about all these things. Okay, children, so this is the message what we are getting in the initial stages of Bhagavatam itself. Okay, the Bhagavatam is starting with this story. Okay, so that this you should always, all of you should remember. Okay, then okay, as we continue the story, children, all of you imagine. So when I say King Parikshit, imagine a person who is very tall, well built. Okay, how does a king look? So you can imagine like him. When I say a sage, you imagine a sage. How does a sage look? A sage looks very simple and humble. They have a long beard. No, so that is how you all have to reimagine. Okay, now what happened to our King Parikshit? Okay, he goes back to his palace. When he's going back, no children, he's only thinking about this because he's not able to forget what happened in the forest. Okay, he is recollecting and he's thinking maybe this Kali will never find a place in my kingdom and he will go to some very, very distant place, and he will stay. He will never stay in my kingdom. He was thinking. And then once he reached his palace, he was doing his daily routine. And after a couple of days, and what happened? King Parikshit wanted to go for hunting. You all know, kids, what is the king's hobby? Normally they do, they love hunting. Okay, so one day King Parikshit went for hunting. He was so engrossed in that he forgot, he went so deep inside the forest, kids. Okay, so once he got deep inside the forest, he got lost. His soldiers were not next to him, and he was like in the middle of some forest. So he didn't know how to come back. So that time, what happened? He was feeling so thirsty and hungry. He needed some rest also. So when he was returning, he saw a hermit. Can you all imagine a hermit, how it looks? A hermit is a thatched house, okay, small, like what we say, that kacha house, no, like that, okay. So when he is coming that way, he saw one hermit. There, outside, there was one sage. I told you, how do you imagine a sage? A sage is a person who wears very, very simple clothes and who has a very long beard, okay, and normally they live in the forest, okay, those days. And then this sage was in deep meditation. So now Parikshit comes closer to the sage, okay, and he's seeing the place, and he's just looking at the place around, and he was looking for water. Water was not there. So he said, "Sage, can you please give me some water?" He's asking politely, but the sage is so undisturbed, is in deep meditation. Okay, so again Parikshit is giving, like asking, "Sir, please, sage, can you please give me some water?" No response at all. Third time also is requesting, absolutely no. Then he got white. What is this? Is this man acting? How many times I'm asking? Why is this sage not even responding? So he was like so angry, and he was just looking like this and here and there. So there, somewhere closer near that garden, no kids, there was one dead snake. You know what happened to this Parikshit? He just went, he took that dead snake with his arrow, because the kings were having arrow, no? So he took the dead snake with his arrow and he put it around the neck of the sage. And this sage name was Shamika, a very great sage children. Okay, so when he put this dead snake around the sage still was not, like he was not aware what was happening. He was in deep meditation. So now what happened? King Parikshit still, oh, this man still is not at all looking at me. He's not giving me any water, nothing. Okay, let me go back. So he was about to climb his horse and go return to the palace. So that time he saw one young lad coming closer to the hermit. And then the hermit saw the dead snake around the sage. You know who this boy was? This boy was called Shringi, and he was the son of sage Shamika. Okay, when he saw the dead snake around his father, he felt very offended. It's not fair, no kids. So father is in deep meditation and this king has put the dead snake. So this boy asked Parikshit, "Who put the dead snake around my father?" And King Parikshit, "Yes, I only did. So what? I was calling him for so many times. He did not respond at all. So just like that, I did it." And this boy said, "Oh my God, what an arrogance you are having, King. Oh my God, this is not at all done. I am so angry with you." So that boy, within a second, kids, he just took some water, because these sages, kids, they have lot of spiritual powers. And how do they gain these spiritual powers? Because of this meditation. And when they do lot of deep tapas, that is what I told you, no? So when they do this, they acquire lot of spiritual power. Okay, so this boy took some water and he just did it like this towards King Parikshit, and he said, "Now from this day, at the end of 7th day, you will be bit by a powerful snake called Takshaka. You have entirely 7 days to live. That's it." And then he was roaring so loud. The sage Shamika, who was in the tapas, he got shaken. He got shaken and he just opened his eyes and he was like looking here and around there. He could not understand what is happening and what is this loud thunder and why is his son shouting on top of his voice. And then he gently got up and he asked, Shringi, what happened? Why are you shouting on this on your top of your voice? What happened? And then Shringi said, Father, you know what happened? This king has come to our hermit, and just because you did not respond, you were in tapas, he's put the dead snake around you. And that time only the sage saw it. Okay, and he removed the snake. He said, it is okay now, Shringi. You know who this king is? He is King Parikshit. I know him. He is a very great ruler. See, these kings have so much of stress, my Shringi. You shouldn't have cursed him like this. How do we take back this curse now? See, he was so, maybe he was so thirsty, or maybe we don't know what he was undergoing. Why did you curse him? It is not fair on your part. So then the Shamika Muni, he went closer to Parikshit and he said, I cannot take back the curse what my son has given, King Parikshit, and I know you are the son of Abhimanyu and grandson of Arjuna. I know you would have never done this kind of act just because of a spurt of anger. No, children, sometimes we know we do one small mistake, okay, and then we keep thinking, oh, why we did it. Same thing happened to Parikshit here, okay. So this Shamika Muni is telling, okay, see, you did it by mistake, but we can't take it back, but I feel very apologetic. So whatever you want to do, you can do it in next 7 days, and I bless you that you attain moksha. So this way King Shamika sends back King Parikshit. Parikshit is shocked. No, he's still not able to come out what happened. Okay, kids? Are you all imagining exactly what happened? Now, Shringi gave the curse to King Parikshit, and Shamika says, Shamika is talking to King Parikshit, and he says, I know you are an able king, but now I am also helpless because my son has cursed you. But whatever you want to do, all the good things, you can do it in the next 7 days. Do you know, children? Shall I say there is one meaning in this? How many days are there in a week? There are 7 days, isn't it? So in this 7 days, death can happen any time, any day, isn't it? So what we have to do? Always we have to do good things. Okay, this is one beautiful moral. What we are going to get it from this story. Okay, so then what happened? King Parikshit still being, he is not able to understand what happened, because this Shringi cursed him, and Shamika sage is talking so nicely to him, and then Shamika is telling, you have another 7 days and then the snake will come and bite you. So then he feels so bad, but still he takes the blessing of Shamika Muni and he leaves the place. So he returns to his palace. He still keeps, he understood, yes, now that the sage has given the curse, he is going to die. So what he does, he gives all the his powers to his son. His son name is Janamejaya. Okay, so he gives all his power. He asks his son to rule the kingdom, and then he goes to the forest. I mean, you know, do you know river Ganges, children? Holy river Ganges. So he goes to that banks of river Ganges. Okay, so he wants to do some meditation and sing hymns on the Lord and do prayers. So he leaves the kingdom and he comes all alone to the river banks of Ganges. Do you know where the river Ganges is? It is starting from Himalaya and it goes to Bay of Bengal. Okay, so it is called the Holy River. There is also one saying, when you take one dip in Ganges, all your sins are washed away. So Parikshit comes to the banks of river Ganges, and there are so many other rishis there who are doing tapas, and they are staying in the forest. No, those days these rishis, they all stay in the forest only because they don't like to come to the city, kids. Okay, so now what happened? This Parikshit, when he came to the forest, all the other sages are coming and talking to him. They are telling, okay, we know what happened to you, Parikshit, but never mind. You have 7 days. So make use of that 7 days nicely. Okay. So that time, what happened? All the sages told Parikshit that you use your time wisely and make the best of it. Okay. So when they were all talking, a young sage came. Okay. You know what is his name? His name was Sukadeva Maharaj. Okay. He is the son of Vedavyasa. And what did I tell you the first day? I said Vedavyasa wrote Bhagavatam. Okay. And his name is Shukadeva Maharaj. Okay. He is a very, very knowledgeable person, very wise person. Okay. So when this sage came, even the elderly sages, they all got up and they paid their respect to him, because he has such a great guru, this Shukadeva. And when even Parikshit also went and fell on his feet and he said, Maharaj, I did a grave mistake. So I don't know what to do now. All I want to do is pray to Lord and I want to reach him. That's all. I don't want to do anything else. So please tell me what is the best path. So I want to listen to all the stories of the Lord. So then Shukadeva Maharaj said, okay, you have come into the right place. So I will tell you the stories of all the stories of Lord Krishna and his various other avatars. Actually, kids, in Bhagavatam, there are 24 avatars. But what do? We know only the popular 10 avatars, no? And what are we going to discuss? Mainly Krishna avatar. I told you, because who saved this Parikshit when he was a small baby? So, shall I tell you one more information? This Parikshit, when he was a small baby in his mummy's tummy, this happened in the Mahabharata. Don't get confused why I am giving you so many information. This is the reason why Parikshit wanted to listen to the stories of the Lord. Okay. So this you will understand why Parikshit wanted to know all the stories of the Lord. Okay. So when he was in the womb of his mother, Uttara, that time in the war, Ashwatthama. Okay. Ashwatthama is the son of sage Drona. So he put a Brahmastram. Brahmastram is like what? It's like a nuclear weapon. Okay, if it goes, that's it. The target is finished. So this Brahmastra comes towards the womb of mother Uttara and the baby is inside. And who can save the baby? Already the father Abhimanyu is dead. Okay, so everybody prays to Lord Krishna. And Krishna goes inside the tummy and he protects the baby. So that time Parikshit is experiencing the divinity of the Lord so closer to him. This is one of the reasons why he was a very able and noble king. I told you, he's a very good king. So now Parikshit, see, don't get confused, kids. Okay. So this is the reason why he wants to know more about the Lord. And who tells him the story? The son of Vedavyasa. Bhagavatam was written by Vedavyasa, and who tells the story to Parikshit is told by Sukadeva Maharaj, who is just 16 years old. And not only Parikshit, there are so many other saints and so many great rishis who are all sitting with Parikshit and listening to the stories of the Lord. This is one reason why Parikshit, because he experienced the divinity when he was in his mother's womb. Okay, so this is why we know the glories of Lord Krishna from the birth. There are not one avatar, there are so many avatars of the Lord, children. Okay, he is there everywhere, he is omnipresent. Okay, but only thing is, with bhakti and love, if we think about him, he will come running to us. Okay, this is how we are going to start the story. So now you all have understood, no? What happened in the last episode? Last episode, King Parikshit meets Kali and the bull and the cow, and we all know what happened there. And now again he goes for hunting. This time what happened? He puts the dead snake around the sage Shamika, and who curses him? Sage Rishi, the son of sage Shamika, curses him, and he accepts the curse and he comes back to his kingdom. He gives his kingdom to his son Janamejaya to rule, and he goes back to the banks of holy river Ganges, and he asks the rishis and great sages, what should I do now? That time Shukadeva Maharaj, the son of Vedavyasa, comes, and Parikshit asks him, requests him, please Maharaj, tell me the glories of the Lord. And I told you, when Parikshit was a small baby, in his mother's womb, it was Lord Krishna who protected him. Okay, so he wanted to know everything, how Lord came in Krishna avatar, not only in Krishna avatar, all the avatars. Bhagavatam is about so many avatars. Okay, so all that we will be discussing, children. Okay, so we will close this session. Hari Om to all of you. Next week we will start with the birth of Krishna. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can just write it down in the chat session. Okay, Hari Om, children. Hari Om. God bless you.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ